Hello, everyone. Hey, welcome back to Adobe Live. I am here with the wonderful Shauna Lynn. Shauna, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing I don't know why we're doing voices. I'm not sure
I
why.
don't either.
I don't know
I
why
think
we're
because we were so
doing.
excited before the stream.
We were freaking out. We both really love Christmas music. We both listen to Christmas music out of season. I assumed that's what you meant because that's what I do,
Yes.
and we were freaking out. I did like a weird little opera rendition of some of the songs, and then we realized we had 20 seconds until we had to begin the stream. So it's been great. I should also probably introduce myself just in case there's unfamiliar folks in the chat. Like I said, I'm here with Shauna Lynn, but my name is Voodoo Val. We're going to be creating for you today. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Teddy. Teddy Bear is
I
here too. I can't forget Teddy.
was
Teddy's
I
looking
was
at me
just trying
like,
to get him to
excuse
look at the
me?
camera.
Excuse me? What about me? So it's Shauna
He's like,
Lynn, Voodoo Val, and Teddy Bear today, and we're going to be designing for you for the episode number 2 of the Spooky and Cute Characters Design Off. I'm super pumped to kind of jump back into what we were working on yesterday. We were doing I was doing some Animal Crossing characters, and you were doing like a really awesome little ghost with some great jack-o'-lanterns and things. So we're going to segue into what we have planned for today. Still doing spooky characters, but I believe we both have changed up our projects for today. So we're going to do some new things. And then also just a reminder to everyone, number one, if you're over on YouTube, please come over to behance.net/live because that is where Shauna and I are going to be reading the chat. And it is also where you will have to be if you want to ask Shauna to see Teddy Bear. And I don't know, I'm just making stuff up on the fly, Shauna. Sorry, I'm putting you on the spot. Like, it is also where you can
he's
ask
just
either one
chilling.
of us to do cartwheels at any time. And we, Shauna's like, no, please don't.
Or 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 handstands Paul Tranny
Yeah, I was
style.
about to say, yeah, or walking handstands, or any form of like modified backflip. And also, you all can jump in and do. Yeah, there you go. Just go for it real quick. You also can join in with us today. So we have the hashtag Adobe Live Design Off that you folks can use on Instagram or Twitter. I'm going to be pulling up social media at the end of this broadcast to show off anything that any of you may have sketched along with us. You do not have to be an illustrator or a painter, however, in order to join in with our theme for today. If you guys are UI UX designers, if you folks are hand letterers or graphic designers, you can jump into this and do kind of whatever you want and interpret the theme in any way you see fit. So long as it's family friendly, we would really love to see it. Sam Peterson is in the chat posting the hashtag, so you folks do not have to guess at its orientation. You can kind of just post it, copy and paste it. I don't know about you, Shauna, but whenever there's like a long hashtag for me to use, I'm always just like, did they use like shorthand version of these words? Or did they type a whole
Yeah.
sentence? And then I end up having like 5 different versions of the same phrase in my
Yeah.
post
I'll
just to
do
make
like
sure
the
I hit the mark.
misspellings.
Yes, exactly. All the misspellings, all the everything, just to try and hit the mark. So Sam's posted it in chat, and I'd like to know who or what you folks are creating today. Elevation, welcome in. Elizabeth, Dark Hours, welcome in. I like that. I like that name, Dark Hours Co. That's cool. No
Yeah.
deviant art. I have a deviant art, but we don't speak of it. We, we
I think all of us at one point or another did.
yeah, we certainly must have. Just like we all had a MySpace at some point, but we don't really talk about it. That's kind of
Yeah.
the boat I'm in. So I'm gonna be working on. I have like a very basic like sketch and cell shade of Isabel from Animal Crossing up, and I am going to be transforming her into like a Frankenstein Isabel today. What are you working on, Shauna?
So I have these sketches of vampires, like classic vampires, from probably a year ago, and I rendered out one of them for Slaptastic stickers,
I
and it
love
ended
it.
up being this. Yeah, it
Mm.
ended up being this Nosferatu, and then he was like, "I really want you to add some lettering to it," so I just wrote "bite me."
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I have these other ones to draw, and I don't know which one to start with. So if chat is welcome to like tell me if they want me to do Bat Ferratu, which is courtesy of Val here because she
Choose bad
came up with
Ferratu.
that wording.
Choose it.
Or we have classic Dracula, we've got 1992 Dracula, or we've got 1992 sexy Dracula.
Yeah, honestly, I
Or I can do multiple if I manage to finish them all.
I'm also really like I love Bat Ferratu, but I'm also very partial to Bun Bun Dracula, as I call him. Uh, Dracula of the Bun Buns, because that's really, really cool. And then also the 1992 sexy Dracula with like the flowing hair and everything
Yeah.
is a favorite of mine. But it's also awkward because that movie came out the year I was born. So it's like I'm just like, this is like the coolest Gary Oldman vampire ever. This is like the best Dracula. And then I like looked up when it actually came out and I was like, hmm, hmm.
I
Gonna
think I was
ignore
like,
that deliberately.
yeah, I was about 4 when it came out, so like I didn't see it till I was an adult. And but like I'm also have not done like I need to eventually do like Lestat and Louis
Oh
and do
yeah.
like the Anne Rice vampires too.
Yeah, that's a must. That's a must. I would love to see that. If you do a Lestat, please please let me see because
Oh, definitely.
I'll want it. All
I
right,
would
I'm gonna
definitely
come in. I'm gonna start coloring my Isabel in green. I'm gonna just like make her various shades of green. So I have her colors that you folks will recognize on her right now, and then I'm just gonna slowly transform her into just a monster, as one does. So
I'll I think I'm gonna warm up with Bat Ferratu here.
let's do it.
And I saw someone ask, they said you can have multiple artboards in Photoshop, and yes, you can.
Uh-huh.
I like to do it when I'm doing systems of illustrations. Um, so yeah, you can have different artboards, but when you export them, you have to go up to File and go Export, and it's artboards to files. Because if you just hit Save As, it's going to save just a huge document. It has a giant JPEG.
Oh, gotcha. I actually forget that sometimes. That's a really good point because I have exported artboards before for I do a lot of artboards. Anytime I do a daily creative challenge that includes like making a mood board, I always typically like make a starter file for everyone that has like here's an artboard for fonts and here's one for images and so on and so forth. And then
Mm-hmm.
when I go to like say, oh yeah, let me just share mine with you folks so you guys can see what I created. Then I export it. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like one giant crazy thing. Um, and so I usually end up having to take whatever I have on artboards and either separate them out into their own, like, isolated files, especially if I'm making, like, stickers or something like that. Or I will, like, design a cool mood boardy thing um, to drop everything into. It's kind of
Yeah.
what I do.
When I was obsessively making iOS stickers,
Mm-hmm.
I um I would just do them in artboards because I could see them all as a whole together.
Aw. I never actually got on the bandwagon of like making iOS stickers, but I always wanted to.
Sid and I have an article with Adobe about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's an older
Ooh.
article, so like I think some things have to be updated, but we yeah I figured out how to do them initially, and I texted her and I was like, you need to do this, and then the trash tubs debacle happened.
Oh, the trash doves.
Yeah, so I'm somewhat responsible for that initially happening, and I feel bad still.
Oh no. It's like such a weird thing, how, you know, things on the internet can explode in like such a crazy way. I think that it's also really strange to me how like being a freelance artist and like doing so much of my work online has also like made, you know, the weird roulette of or like kind of what is the word I'm looking for, like gamble of like posting
Mhm.
something and then trying to like figure out how people might react to something has become like a part of my everyday life, you know? Like I don't know if you're the
Yeah,
same way,
like
like when you post something, especially like if I'm going to post a sassy joke or like you post some pretty sassy hand lettering sometimes, by the way. I love it. I
oh
love
yeah.
them all, but like do you ever get like like, am I gonna post this and how are people gonna react to it? Because I feel like that all the time with some of my jokes.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
I've had a few things that I've posted too where I was like, maybe I shouldn't have posted that, but I'm still gonna do it. Like I had one where I was calling out someone that sent me a really bad email.
Uh-huh.
Um, but like it was someone that had like messaged me privately on Instagram when I released some brushes, and they're like, I don't understand like why this is um this is only like $3 and it's one brush, but a whole pack of like 50 of them is 10, and it just seems like a lot of money. Like I did that.
Oh, man,
And he
just,
like
like
tried to mansplain pricing to me. And so I never accepted it. So he never knew that I like technically read it, but I sent it to my mom and I was like, I feel like I should be offended because I'm a little offended that he felt like he had the audacity to do this.
yeah, that's weird.
And I see Amy's in the chat. Hi Amy. Hi Mark.
Amy, Hood's
Um
in the chat. What's up? Chutzpah in
so
the
I
house.
yeah, so I blanked out his name and I posted it to Twitter, and I was like, should I be offended by this? Because I kind of
Is
am
this
offended by
weird?
this. And people were like, the audacity of this man.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, good.
Everyone showed up with their wine glasses like, I do believe this is terrible. I don't
Yeah.
appreciate this at all. Yes, I would be like, you know what I do? Because I've gotten some weird messages. Not necessarily like that, but over the years I've received many a strange message, and I think that maybe some folks in chat have like kind of had this happen to them too. And honestly, if Amy Hood's in the house, I would love for you to chime in a little bit, Amy, and maybe you have some experience with this. But I think that once you start doing enough stuff like on social media and things, um, people start treating you like you're an entity and not a person. They don't. They sometimes speak freely and behind the guise of like anonymity to people who are like influencer types or people who are like online personalities. Not really as if they're like somebody they would greet in person, but as if they're like a business entity or a thing or like a form of entertainment. And in a way, it's really weird. Like once people started doing that to me, I was offended, but also like, does this mean I'm doing my job? It's like I'm finally like I got the recognition enough that like people stopped like messaging me like I'm an individual with a Twitter account and like I'm like a small business almost, and they like send me their complaints about stuff or whatever. And it's a weird feeling like gaining that transition, but when it happens and I get weird messages from people that are like, why do you do this and why are things this way and all this stuff, I usually just go, hey man, how's it going? And just like really chill,
Yeah.
just like, well, let's dive into to what you're upset about today. And I just like kill them with kindness is like shut it down with niceness as I like as soon as I possibly can. And most of them have no idea what to do about it because they were like they showed up for a fight. They were angry,
Yeah.
and they're like, and now they're like, oh, what do
Well,
I
I
do
think
now?
there's like a weird familiarity that comes with the internet where people talk to you differently. Like they wouldn't approach you like a buddy buddy
Mm-hmm.
in person if they've never met you. They'd approach you very respectfully, in theory.
In theory,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, in theory, I've had some encounters that's not been the case, but
Mm-hmm.
for the most part, like people will come up to me and be like, "Hi, I'm so and so. It's really nice to meet you." And then other people are like, on the internet, they're more like, "Hey, girl, how are you? What are you doing?" Like I'm like, there's a familiarity that's happening here that like I'm not comfortable approaching because I don't know
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah, I think one of the big things for me personally was I'm gonna preface this with if I'm ever at a conference or a convention and anyone in chat sees me, please come talk to me. Please come talk to me. It makes my day when I go to events and I see people that I know. I absolutely love it. But I have had somebody come up to me who I recognized them and I had interacted with them a lot on the internet, but they came up to me and like touched me a lot, like
Oh,
like like he wrapped his arms around me and like
oh,
wanted yeah like wrapped his arms around me and like kept his arms there like around my shoulder and waist um for a while, and it was strange because aside from that there was actually nothing weird happening, if you can imagine that. Like you know, it spoke to me exactly like, you know, we had interacted in chat, but I just had to be like, yo, I don't, mm-mm, you know, and it's kind of, I think it's also kind of
Yeah.
different because the nature of live streaming is that we're all getting to know each other pretty well. Like I would say, you know, we got Reverb Mike in here, we got Chad, Steve Festus Casaboom is here, Panda's here, Sam Peterson is here. I've actually met Sam Peterson in person, but we met online first before we ever hung out in real life. And Jan Eric, I've been knowing Jan Eric for 5 or 6 years, and so we make friends here.
Yeah.
But there's an interesting Wade's like big nope. um, there's an interesting disconnect still in a way where sometimes certain things can be a little lost in translation, because
Yeah.
maybe if you did know me in person, you know, and we had talked for as many years as like in person as we had talked online, maybe it wouldn't be that big a deal. But since the physical is not really there, it can be a little jarring, and some people don't really they don't read the room. And sometimes I have to read the room for them by putting my hand up and saying, "This is how close you can be to me. Please let me
Yeah.
get to know you better before you do this." And I look like a meme right now. Somebody please screenshot this. You'll see it in like
That's the
30
thing though.
seconds.
It's
It's
like,
great.
yeah. Well, it's like that's the thing is there is that weird familiarity, and like so many of my friendships have started online, and I think
Me
that's
too.
great. I
Yeah.
love meeting people. I love when people come up and talk to me at conferences and things.
Yeah.
Um, but there's still generally like unless we've like planned to meet up where we're like, hey, meet me at this place. It's generally like, hey, Shauna, I'm so and so. It's really nice to meet you. Versus like if we plan to meet up somewhere, it's like, hey,
Hey, yeah, yeah. Where it's, but I mean, like I've met somebody before where they you know they come up to me, and they say, hi, and they like wave at me, and that's the thing, that's another thing about streaming. I can't tell you how strange it is to go to like TwitchCon, or something where you've been a live streamer for years, and you're struck by the realization that everyone can see you but you can't see any of them, because everybody from the stream knows what you look like, but you don't know usually what your
yeah,
viewers look like. So anybody could be making eye contact with you because they know you, and you're making like I'm making eye contact at TwitchCon, like, hello, do I know you? Like waving at everyone until some people are probably a little freaked out because I don't know, you know. But I have
yeah,
had people come up and say like, hey, I'm so and so from chat, and then I instantly I'm like, I give them a warning like, I want to hug you real bad. Is that cool? I've literally
yeah,
said that before, and if they say yes, then I'm just like, oh my gosh, come here, you know. But you need a little warning. A warning is, you know, is preferable because um, some folks are, you know, when it comes to their personal space, rightfully, they don't really like a lot of people like kind of being up in their mug, and I'm kind of like that. I'm an extroverted introvert, for sure.
yeah. That's
You know,
exactly what I am.
I'm an introvert at heart. I'm an inside cat. I like to be in the house. I've been doing this work from home thing before it was cool, just so y'all know. Just like
Yeah,
been in the house like this, you know. But I do like to go to events and have like, you know, brief breaks from being kind of indoors and being recluse. So I get excited about it, but I am
hmm
gonna need some warning about things before people like attack me with hugs. I need.
yeah. Well, and there's also that thing too where like you see someone online and they look different in person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like one of my first my first like in person interactions with my friend Molly Jakes was I completely like bypassed her. She was like, "Hey, Sean." I was like, "Hey," and I just kept walking.
Hi. Haha.
And like in all fairness, like we'd just gotten off a long bus ride. We'd been flying and bus and all this crazy stuff. So like it didn't even occur to me to like look at who was talking to me.
Oh
And I came back
no.
downstairs in the hotel and I was like, Molly, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
I
That's
was
so
like,
funny.
and she's this tiny, tiny little thing. Like I didn't she looks like she's a tall person online. She is not. She is just slightly shorter than I am, and I'm 5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
and
yeah,
so
that's right.
I
I keep forgetting. I'm way taller than you, aren't I? Pretty
yeah.
yeah.
It's always a shock to me like when I meet people in person because generally people are much taller than me, but I think people don't expect me to be as short as I am.
Yeah, I think that was actually the main thing that I got from people when I went to do an Adobe stream in person for the first time. Is I met everybody from the team, and like people kept going like, "You're tall. Why are you so tall?" I guess when I'm on stream, I look like I look small. Do I look small, guys? I mean, I guess I'm.
So like
Yeah.
no one ever really does get to gauge just how tall or short someone is.
Yeah, I
And
also wear. I think when I met them the first day, I was wearing like combat boots. You know, like I had to wear my Kylo shoes, my Kylo Ren shoes,
mhm.
to the to the studio. But like with those, I'm still so fun story. I feel like all of us creators here in the chat, you know, hanging out today, we all have, you know, modes that we get into where we cannot be taken away from our work, right? We kind of get into a little hibernation mode, kind of, where we're just like, nobody bother me. I'm here, and I'm not getting up for nothing. Like I got to finish what I'm working on.
Mhm.
Well, I recently found out what can hands down every time, no matter what, get me out of my office and downstairs immediately. And that is if my brother is here and he starts cooking a steak at 2 in the morning. I I I was working, I was like in overdrive mode. I had like coffee, it was like 1:30 a.m. It was I had my coffee, I had like, you know, like my go I call them my go bars. They're like the granola yogurt bars. I'm
Mhm.
like, I need a box of Go bars. And I had like my Go bars. I had like, you know, like my headphones on. I was in the zone. I was doing my stuff. I was jamming. All right, guys, I was jamming on some work. And I smelled steak. And my brother is such a great cook. And I came downstairs. I was like, what's going on? What? And he was like, oh, I I I thought you were
Do you
busy.
have enough for the whole class?
Yeah, exactly. Did you bring enough for everyone, little brother? And he was like, I made you one because I knew you were gonna come down here, because I knew you needed to eat because you've been eating Go bars all day. And I was like, you right, you right. So yeah, if my brother's making steak, it doesn't matter how busy I am. I'll be downstairs promptly.
Yeah. We had a we just had ribeye yesterday and the night before because we had not had it in like months. And they were at Walmart of all places, and they weren't they were still expensive because it's ribeye, but it wasn't like the crazy numbers it's been lately.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at my mom and I was like, "Can we please get it? I will
Can we
cook. I don't mind."
do?
And so I had steak 2 days in a row, and I've been so happy because it was perfect.
Oh. Yeah, I'm a fiend for good food. I want to know what everybody else. Yeah, 2 a.m. steak. Chad's like, what? Um,
I used to do 2 a.m. popcorn,
ooh, that
like
sounds good.
popped on the stove popcorn.
Ooh, ooh. I want to know, everybody in chat. I want to know, um, what can make you crawl out of the cave,
Yeah,
out
sushi
of
can
the
make me
art
crawl out of
dungeon.
the cave.
And same, anytime, anytime. Coffee first, then oxygen. I love it. I
If
love
things
it.
ever get back to where we can hang out, at the Adobe headquarters in San Francisco, I think we're gonna have to hunt down the sushi.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. That's absolutely happening. Um,
One of my
because
favorite places in New York.
I'm loving it. I love sushi so much.
Oh, me too. One of my favorite places in New York City is Huru Sushi, and there's a location in Times Square,
Mm-hmm.
and I've gone there like literally almost every time I've gone to New York. I think there was one time I went to New York and I didn't go, and then there was another time I went by myself for work and I went 2 nights in a row. And but it's so good. And I discovered they have a Chicago location.
You're so lucky.
And
What?
one I I'm so excited, but there's no indoor dining right now because everything going
Mm,
on. So no indoor
understandable.
dining, but they are doing takeout. But it's an hour to drive down there is my thing. So like the
Ooh.
next time that my friend and I go get socially distanced coffee, I think I might call in a to-go order.
So speaking of, like you said, social distance coffee, that's hilarious. I did a thing, and it's like a regular thing that I do now. Is I play social distance bingo with my neighbors.
How does that
Like
work? I have to know.
we have we have bingo cards, and we sanitize the bingo cards, and then each person like comes up and they like buy a bingo card for $1, and they take the sanitized bingo card, and then they go to their family sitting on their lawn, like on the block. And then we have a like a karaoke machine, and we just like have like the numbers come out, and then we just announce it to the block. And then if you get bingo, then you get the pot basically. So it's like $1 per card,
That's
and then
so
so
fun.
there's like 4 or 5 houses around me that will play social distancing bingo. Reverb Mike's like G27. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh
I
my
love
gosh,
bingo.
that's so fun.
It's so much fun. It's a blast. And it's really honestly super cool just to find new ways to hang out and spend time with loved ones throughout all of this. And I think that's like hands down my favorite right now. Social distance bingo.
That's so fun.
We've got a bunch of other people in on it now who like we didn't actually talk to in the neighborhood at all. And then they
So
were
you're
like,
meeting
"What's
all your
going
neighbors
on?"
now too.
Yeah, so what's going on? What's happening over here? I'm like, well, if you got $1, or I'll sponsor you for a free game, and then you can continue to play after that game if you like it, And then now we have our neighbors playing bingo from afar, and it's pretty good. It's pretty
That
cool.
reminds me of like days of old when I had to deal with hurricane season.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one hurricane. It wasn't one hurricane; it was 3, with one that hit twice, so 4.
Oh, jeez.
My senior year of high school, and we were without power for like 2 weeks. And we had a neighbor who they had a deep freezer of all their meat and food and stuff, and they're like, we gotta cook this or it's gonna go bad. So they like walked around to all the neighbors taking orders.
Oh, that's
And
so cool.
They had a gas grill, so they grilled up a whole bunch of food.
Oh.
And then my mom would take coffee orders in the morning, and she'd hook the coffee maker up to the generator.
That's amazing. I love that. I love that sort of thing. That's so cool. I like it when places come together. That's a good feel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I did not expect just how much Frankenstein Isabel was gonna look like Broccoli Girl. I don't know. Like she straight up is broccoli now.
She needs like the little like nodes in her neck,
yeah,
and like some stitching.
I'm gonna put stitching. Like I was gonna put like a stitch or 2 on her cheek and like on her ear,
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about doing the nodes on her neck. I don't know because of the angle that I did, because I didn't want to redraw the perspective because I really liked it, and now it's starting to just I don't know.
With her little cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Do something like this. I'm drawing it on my board, but you could do little like stitched.
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, I'm definitely gonna do that. Okay, I'm experimenting.
That'll add to like the Frankensteininess.
That's perfect. You're a genius. I'm experimenting right now with like purple instead of like the signature red of her hair tie. And then since her blush is supposed to be like kind of a reddish hue as well, I think maybe I'll go for like a more vibrant, like pinkish purple for the blush, and then I'll put the stitches.
Ooh.
I think that's
like that.
a good idea.
Did you see her cute little witch hat she's wearing right now?
Oh yeah, I logged onto my island this morning and I was like, "Ha, day made."
They're like, Halloween is upon us.
And she's always got like her little iced tea, and she's like, "Hi, you haven't been doing any work on your island, so I have no announcements that are real for you, but I had a cool dream last night that I don't remember. Have a great day." Like that's basically Isabel's announcements to me.
Just, oh, look at me prattling on about my day to day. And
yeah,
then she just has that little arm behind her head.
She's so cute. She's adorable.
Oh man. So I finished Bat for Atu, and I'm now on to 1992 Dracula.
Oh, I'm loving it. Bun Bun Dracula?
Yeah, Bun Bun.
Bun Buncula? Can we call hashtag Bun Buncula?
No, that doesn't.
Why
sound
not?
right.
Why not?
No, Buncula.
It's catchy. It'll catch on.
It's like a disease.
I don't know. I thought Bun Buncula was cool, but I guess the cool kids don't like it.
I like
Whatever.
Bun Bun Dracula.
Bun Bun Dracula. Okay, we can go with that one.
It sounds like he should have a little like vampire bunny.
Yeah, Bun Bun Dracula. Meh. His teeth are just like the rabbit teeth, but sharp.
Just no. It's more like it'll be like this. It'll see if we can draw it out. It'll be this.
Yes! Yes! Somebody please actually illustrate Bun Bun Dracula and give him the rabbit fang is what it should be coined. Please do it because I want to see it. I'm gonna be sad if I don't see it. Also, as a reminder to you folks, you are all, as always, invited to illustrate with us for these streams. So we have about on it. Oh, it's only 3:30. I thought we were gonna be running out of time by now. That's great. I love it when these streams don't feel like they're kind of like blowing past us because I get really into them. But so we will be taking, like coming to a halt in about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, I would say. And then we're going to take a peek at Twitter and Instagram because we're going to pull up any sketches or hand lettering or UI, UX or anything at all that you folks have created along with our cute and spooky characters theme. And I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what everybody made. And I'm eyeing you, chat, because I want a Bunbuncula. Bun Bun Dracula. Now I can't remember which one. Now I can't remember which one's which. They're both a little terrifying to me. But
I just
want
looked
to
him
see
up
it.
because I was trying to remember what his jacket looked like. I didn't realize he was basically wearing a bomber jacket.
What?
I'm pretty sure he's wearing like a long robe, but it's like a silk embroidered robe. Hang on, I'll pull it onto my screen.
Okay, yeah.
It's, like, look at this. He looks like he's trying to be hip with the young kids.
Well, he does. He looks like he went to like H&M and got like the most overzealous jacket. That's seriously the bottom, like you have like the 6 images on the left there, the
Yeah.
bottom most right. That looks like he's like, yo, bro, on the right.
Yeah, that's this. Oh, on the right.
Yeah, right next to
Yeah.
it. Yo, got my new jacket, man. Just came in the mail from Etsy. It's super faboo. I got. I don't know why he talks like that.
One of my Animal Crossing characters, when they were trying to do the nickname, were like, I think Faboo would be great. And I'm like, Faboo? Okay, so it is like a long silk robe.
Okay. I don't know, man.
But up close, it looks like he's wearing a trendy bomber jacket.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. I don't even remember that he had that. I don't remember that at all.
And then we have like young version of him. Are they the same person? Because like that's what I couldn't figure out was like why.
No, they are. Yeah, it's both.
Okay,
they're both Gary Oldman. Pretty sure.
Just like, why does the one look so old and decrepit and the other is like young and sexy?
Because the old decrepit one is like the real one and he's kind of like at home, and then Keanu Reeves, he's like, oh my gosh, Neo's at my house and he's telling me about his like super cool girlfriend. He's like, man, haven't been out in a while. Let me just like take a spa day, get my hat, get my hair did, cruise to the city, I guess. You know, like he gets dolled up. He gets don't knock Dracula. You know, he can look good when he wants to. It just takes him a few centuries to actually want to. takes some work. Okay?
The first iteration I did of him, it looked like he was trying to be Pope Dracula. So
Dracula.
Pope Dracula.
Hilarious.
Okay, so now we have like hip with the kids 1992 Dracula.
I love that it's hip with the kids. Like that, just hip with the kids Dracula. That's good.
Why is this layer not showing? Oh, like why is this layer not showing up? Because it's under the skin. There we go. That's better. Do you ever do that where you're like, you put the new layer on and then you're like, why is my brush not working? And you think it's a Photoshop glitch, but it's actually just you being dumb.
Yeah, that's basically what just happened to me a second ago. Is I was like, why aren't my brushes working at all? What's wrong? What's happening? And then I was like, oh yeah, I have it set to clear. I am real quick. I'm gonna flip over to your screen so we can take a look at your Draculas up close real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pop over here
You
because
want
I
me to show
know
all
that
of
we
them?
are coming up. Yeah, we are coming up kind of close to the end here, and I do want to make sure that let me close this. Which one?
Yeah.
1 second. There we go. So we can take a look at all of the Draculas up close. They are so cute. They can see it now, by the way. They're all there. The Bat Veratu is like
I like the bat karate. I almost might turn him into a sticker.
it's
Um,
I honestly I would put that sticker on like most of the things I own, just so you know.
okay,
Like if
I'll
you did
make bat
decide to make
Veratu
one.
real, and I will send you one.
Please do that. Please.
Yeah.
Please do that because I want it. All right, and I am also, I'm going to take a look while we're kind of checking out all of the different sketches. I'm going to peek over at social media.
Yeah. Did anyone do any?
Yeah, did anyone make any? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, we did.
Did they?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so excited.
Um, so Twitter, just officially my statement to you, Twitter, as Voodoo Val, you got the weirdest like promoted ads happening in the
Oh
middle
no.
of this. I'm scrolling down through and there's a picture. It says, there is nothing natural about these jaw-dropping nature photos. Rarely seen photos capture a darker side to nature, and it's just the most ripped chimpanzee I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, did somebody just post this as their cute, spooky character? I don't know how I feel about it, but no, it's just Twitter's weird. Um, please
Yeah,
stop.
someone said they want all these as stickers. I actually do have Bite Me Dracula as a
Yes!
sticker.
So cute.
He's matte and he's soft.
Oh, he
Soft
is. They
boy.
are. They all have like a little bit of texture to them. Can test. I am going to let me
So yeah, we do have Bite Me Dracula available.
get onto Instagram. I'm gonna check Instagram. I gotta check it early, just in case you guys decide you're gonna try and throw some memes in there.
Oh yeah,
Let's
gotta be
see.
careful. Yeah, I was on the other morning hosting, and there was someone with an interesting username, and I like half read it before I spoke it, and I was like,
Don't say that. Yep, that's about what it's like.
I
Yep, yep,
was like,
yep.
well,
All right, we have one on Instagram. We have a couple over on Twitter. This is like kind of last minute, folks. If you guys decide that you would like to post any kinds of sketches and stuff, now is the time to do so, because we want to see what you made real bad. And obviously, if you don't. If you're not able to post your work today because maybe you want to work on it a little more, that's cool because if you post it during the week, I always scroll back and look at some of the previous designs and things from other weeks. However, we really don't care if it's not finished. We really honestly don't. If you just have
yeah,
like a sketch and it's like wonky, we don't care. I think Chad Rolfs has like really taken us seriously a few times where he was just like, it doesn't have to be done. We're like, no, and he's like, I drew something in 4 minutes. Here you go. And we're like, yes, thank you. We really don't care if it's 100% finished. We just want to see what you did while you were hanging out with us, you know. Um,
yeah.
so please show us. I'll give you guys just a few more minutes here because we do have some extra time, and then we will skidoo on over to social media and check out what you folks created.
I need a Val opinion. Should Bun Bun Dracula have pink cheeks?
Oh please, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
just make them
Should they be
adorable.
like should they be like rosy pink cheeks? Or should they be like a
Ooh.
little more muted pink so they match skin tone?
I think muted pink because
Okay.
the second color that you put there, I think that blends. Like the pink was cute, but it doesn't go with the red of his super cool bomber jacket. So if you use more of the skin tone, they feel more like reds, and then it all kind of blends
Okay.
cohesively. That's how I would go about thinking of it if I was making the choice. All right, I'm just adding some last minute.
I love looking at
light.
this because I'm like, oh, this is such super serious work I'm making.
I know. I am designing Broccoli Girl, who's not excited and just like there's somebody somewhere who's like sitting at their computer right now like I really wish someone would just make me Animal Crossing art but broccoli. Where's it at? Where's the content I've been hunting for my entire life? Well, I'm getting ready to post this today, and that person, whoever they are, is going to be like, I'm complete. This is all
This
I
is the
wanted.
moment I have waited for.
They're gonna have like a
Voodoo
Disney
Val,
moment
this
where
is
they
the
just,
moment
as
I've
soon as
waited
they
for.
see it, they just break out into song and dance. It's very serious
Yeah.
stuff here that we're doing.
People are
Okay.
like, people look at our careers and they're probably like, you're making such like serious things for clients, and yet it's like, no, I'm trying 1992 sexy Dracula.
I that's how I feel when people are like, wow, Val, you are a professional. You are an illustrator and an instructor, and you are going places. And I'm reading this post like from the dungeon of my office while I'm sitting in a pair of adult footy pajamas, eating candy at 4 a.m, drawing yet another picture of Kylo Ren, and I'm like, I I am. Thank you, internet.
Yeah.
I am
That's
Josh
like my
Ryan
version
with the
of
broccoli emotes in the chat. Thank you.
yes. That's me when it comes like I don't like if I'm drawing I'll be doing like Disney fan art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing like Lilo and Stitch doing something silly.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like totally serious work right here.
Yep. This is that's about how it is for me too. I'll just you know I think the reality of like who I am is way cheesier than like how people think I am a lot of the
Yeah.
time. Like most of the time I'm way cheesier than you guys think. I
Yeah.
am the queen of cheese.
I come from a family of doctors, so like,
Oh, gotcha.
my career is like the total opposite of like what any of them went into or considered going into. Like it's nurses and PhD candidates. My dad's a dentist. My grandfather was a surgeon.
Oh,
My
wow.
great grandfather was a surgeon. Like my grandma was a nurse. All of her siblings went into like for the most part, all the siblings either went into law or they went into medication, medicine. And I'm here. I'm like,
I draw
I do
pictures.
art.
I draw.
Yeah, and then when
Hello.
I first started freelancing, my mom was like, "I don't even know how to describe to people what you do," and I was like, "I doodle.
Yeah,
I get paid to draw. I get paid to doodle." So
my
she just called me a
grandma
professional
stopped
doodler.
explaining it to people because she doesn't know I don't think what it is all the time, and so when people ask her, she's like, I don't know. She draws, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just like, thanks, grandma. All right, I think it is probably time to show off uh, social media. So I'm going to color in the mouth of my gal here. And then I think it is going to be, oh, I just put a clipping mask over my sketch, not over my smile. There we go. Clipping mask, boom. All right. I'm still gonna mess with this some more, but I really like where it's going.
It's so cute.
I love
I
it. I
like the
really
yellow
do.
iris.
Just like glowy eyes, so we just like really made her terrifying. Terrifying
You can now
broccoli.
do red eyes in Animal Crossing. You can buy the expansion pack and do like red eyes.
Yes, you can. You can also be purple. You get purple body paint if you want, which is great. All right, let me snag. I'm gonna go back over to our single screen, and I'm gonna keep your art up while I drag over the social media to my main monitor. Also, please remember not to tag me only in the piece that you are posting for the design off. Please post the hashtag, post it with the hashtag, because I'm not checking my personal notifications for this. I'm checking the hashtag for the show. And I can check my own notifications later, and if I see something that somebody did for the show, I'll retweet them, but not live on the broadcast because there's no telling what's going to be in there.
Yeah. It's a safety thing, y'all.
Yes. Okay, so over on the YouTube, I'm gonna on the Twitter. I'm too
On
old
the
for social
tweets.
media, as you can see. Let me. Ooh, there's like a second webcam of you that's not called webcam. I tried to,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I just like made another one. There we go. We just have two Shaunas. Why not? Okay. Here we go. I am going to turn on my Cintiq. There we go. All right, so our first submission is from Panda. Panda on Twitter. It posts and says, it's an old doodle, but here's my spooky cute Halloween submission, and it's a Lyra from the 2004 Van Helsing. Yeah, I remember when you did this. This is great. Thank you for sharing this. This is like the really adorable bride
Ooh,
from Van
I
Helsing.
like it.
Yeah, it was good
Here,
stuff.
I'm pulling up my Twitter so I can go along with you, so I'm not 30 seconds behind you.
Okay. All right. So we got this, and then we got Ariana got really inspired yesterday after watching the Adobe Live Design Off on Behance with Voodoo Val and Shauna Parmesan. I decided to give it a shot and join in with my own cute spooky character. This is adorable. You have done very, very well. This little mummy. I love that we can see him
Yes.
like through the wrappings. I think the colors that you chose are really great, and I also just love the eyes. I just think this is cool.
I like that they're going different directions. It's like Teddy's eyes.
Yes, very well done. Very, very cool. And then I think that's all we
I think that's
did.
it.
Yeah, that's all for Twitter. And then there is a few on Instagram, and I think that they may. Oh, no. This is 15 hours ago. So this is from yesterday.
Oh,
This is from
okay.
Kerwin. This is what Kerwin was working on yesterday. This is awesome. This is like a whole like serious scene. You got some great figure drawing skills here, man. Like your poses are powerful. I admire you for this. These are some really cool expressive poses. Great job, man. This is
Yeah.
cool. I especially like this one in the center here because she's just like hi-ying with all of her
Yeah.
like all of her strength. I love it. Um,
All the others are like, yeah, we're cool. And she's like, take it.
yeah, just like we out here, boys. We just, dude. There's also a cat on this guy's shoulder, so her and the cat are
Oh my
exhibiting
God.
like big power
Yes.
energy.
I
And
like
the
it.
others are kind of like, whoa, calm down. Like, all right. Very cool. And then this is also from Creative Forge. Creative Forge does a lot of like cool logo design and stuff, but they're always working on things while we are doing the show, and so they post all of the time. They're working on day 303, so we get to see like what they posted for the
Oh,
day
wow.
during the thing. So we got this cool uh, RPC monogram, which is neat. So thank you so much,
Nice.
Creative Forge, for
I
posting. I
like that
appreciate it.
I like that it looks like the text bubble in process.
Yeah, I love that. That's really neat. All of honestly,
That's
if you
like,
go to the Creative Forge page, there are some just really really clever, super cool logos. They're all very nice. Um, but yeah, if you guys could do me a favor and check these guys out on Instagram. Creative Forge is on Instagram, and then that was, I believe that was that Chad? No, that was Kerwin on Instagram as well, if you want to give them a follow. And then Panda on Twitter, and the wonderful Ariana on Twitter. Give them a follow, give them some support. Thank you guys so much for creating with us. And I believe we still have like 5 minutes, so we can kind of pan back
yeah.
over to the artwork real
And I
quick.
did see that Anna Davis Court's in chat.
Yo, Anna! How are you?
I wanted to see how she tackles this creepy cute theme because she's very good at that sort
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
if you feel like doing some creepy cute art with us, I mean, I encourage people, like I said, please continue to post throughout the week. You can even, I mean, honestly, if you started something from like a design off episode like a while back, and you haven't finished it, or you want to, or you heard about one of the themes that we did and just like never came and got into it, that's fine. You can post, you can post old submissions. You can post things that aren't necessarily like for the theme, but maybe just what you were working on while you were listening into the show. Feel free. So if you want to post some stuff during the week for this challenge, I'd love to see it, Anna. And if anyone in chat is kind of like, ah, well, the week's over, you know, fear not. I will accept uh, digital art, uh, love, and awesomeness like literally year round. So there's no cap on that. There's no cap at all.
Just realized I gave him a really weird like dent in his bouffant here.
His what?
His bouffant.
What's that?
It's like a poofy hairstyle.
Oh, okay. The bun bun, you mean?
Yeah, the bun
I
bun.
believe the scientific name for that is bun bun. If we could all
Bun bun.
if we could all normalize just calling it a bun bun, that'd be great.
Hold on. I feel like I need to immortalize this. Hold on.
Bun bun, yes. I love it. I'm so here for it.
Also, if anyone didn't see, like I customized a shirt 10 minutes before stream or before I got on the call with Val, and it says blah blah blah.
So do you have like a screen printer? Is that what it is, or like how
I have
does
a
this work?
Cricut.
You have a what?
A Cricut maker. So I can like
Ah.
cut vinyl in my bedroom. And that's how I've been making the stickers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because I was like, you
Um,
customized something before the stream. This is madness. This is.
yeah, I was like literally lettering this like as I was waiting for like the Zoom link.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's very creative.
Yeah.
Also, what time is it? I'm trying to keep an eye. We got like
Oh,
maybe 2 or 3 minutes. We're good.
Josh
We're
shared
okay.
a piece from a project he's doing called Cool Pop Art.
Ooh,
And he
horror
did the
popsicles.
yeah, it's the puppet from I
Oh
don't
my
know what movie
gosh.
that is. I know which one.
This is all amazing. Yeah, that's from Saw.
That's it. I was gonna say Scream, and I knew that was not correct.
Oh my
He's got a
god, they
bunch of
have
Animal Crossing ones.
Uh, uh, this is so cool. Hold on, I'm
Is that a
pulling this
Lauren
up.
Hahn pop? That's a Lauren Hahn popsicle and an Andy Miller popsicle.
Look at this. Look at all these popsicles. Oh my gosh. There's the Hocus Pocus Pops. I'm into it.
Yes.
I'm so into it. These are great. These are amazing. Oh, I love the Animal Crossing ones. These are so neat. Well done, dude. Cool
Yes.
pop art. Very cool.
And it goes, Hannah says, I love the blah blah blah. The problem with with getting a Cricut is like I want to customize everything, but now I also want an embroidery machine.
Ah, you want to like go. That's the thing.
I've hit that
with
point in
designers
quarantine.
is if you give a moose a muffin, you know, like you start
Exactly.
doing things and then you're like, ah, but now I need all this stuff because I'm gonna be at home, so I need to bring my studio here. And then you start
Yeah.
like going to Amazon, and then before you know it, somebody's having a meeting with you because you need to stop. It's just.
I've bought a lot of things for the Cricut, but in all fairness too, like I've been helping my dad with he's got a side business called the Lucky Pole,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fishing apparel. And
Aww.
he wanted we have a blue glass that we use, or he uses when he has his vodka tonic, and it's on the side says the it says Nadostrovia, which is cheers in Ukrainian. Also, I just noticed we have like 1 minute.
Yes, we do. I was wondering. I was like, do I interrupt or do I? So we do have to take off. However,
Yes.
we can kind of like full screen these, and really quickly, why don't you tell everyone the best place to follow you online? Mine is on Instagram at voodoo.val or voodoo_val on Twitter. What about you, Shauna?
Mine is both Twitter and Instagram at Shauna Parmesan.
Shauna Parmesan, Mama Shauna Parmesana, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, thank you all so much for joining us. We do have to dip out, but it has been a pleasure. Shauna, thank you for streaming for me, with me, for me, with me. Thank you, chat, for being here. You are all wonderful, and we will catch you another time. Adios, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.